Grace Duckworth here with another yoga and wellness tip every day of December. Today we're on day 4 of our arm balance week. On day 1 we worked on arm balances from our back. On day 2 we focused on the function of the thigh and the hip. On day 3 we focused on the function of the core and the spine. On day 4 we were focusing on the function of the hand and the shoulder. So arm balances. If you're balancing on your arm is between the shoulder and the hand. These things are going to be very important. The engagement of them will be very important as to whether or not your arms will be able to hold up the rest of your body. So we're going to focus a little bit more on how to use these things, get them really strong so that when you go into arm balances, your body already knows what to do without really having to think about it a whole lot. So we talked about how when you engage certain muscles, it kind of creates a domino effect and other muscles want to engage after that. If you are adducting and flexing your hip, that cues your pelvic floor, your transverse abdominals to work, which is awesome. And your core, we are looking for a cat spine in our arm balances. So if your transverse abdominals are pulling your ribs and your pelvis toward each other, your core muscles are moving here, your back is in a round state. This encourages protraction of the shoulder blade. If you didn't get to see the chaturanga tutorials, I'll add those links in the description box below. Be sure to check those out because we'll really go into detail with the shoulder in those tutorials and it'll help you understand protraction, retraction a little bit better. But to briefly cover it, your scapula are attached to the serratus anterior muscle, which goes from the scapula under the armpit and then to the front of your ribs. And then you've also got your rhomboids, which pull the scapula toward each other. So in protraction, your serratus anterior is pulling your shoulder blades away from each other. On retraction, the rhomboids are pulling the scapula toward each other. So we're looking to activate serratus anterior, this muscle under here. So we're looking to push the ground away in an arm balance. We'll hold off on the shoulders for a moment and get back to that in a second, but let's talk about hands. So when you're pressing into your hands, really anytime your hands are on the ground in any pose, whether it's plank or downward dog or an arm balance, you want your fingers spread as far away from each other as you possibly can. This is going to help to kind of activate more of the palm of the hand, whereas if your fingers were close together, in fact you can practice that without any weight in your hands and feel the difference in activation in the palm. Fingers together, fingers wide. Most people are kind of loose fingers somewhere in between and their palms are active. So we're looking to get really active, strong palms. Think about the palm of your hand being the arches of your feet. So from all fours, you're going to push through the fingertips and then press through the palms. Push through the fingertips and press through the palms. You're going to try not to move the arms at all to do the work. You're using your hands to push up and down. This is going to help to kind of strengthen the palm of the hand. You're also going to feel the forearms starting to fire up, which is great. This is going to help teach you where to push into the hands when you get into the arm balance. Then you're going to keep your palms pressing down, but head to a kneeling plank. Now going back to the shoulders, I'm going to keep pushing through my hands into my fingers a little bit more than my heels. I'm going to inhale, protract the shoulder blades. We're going to keep the shoulder blades protracted as we exhale, drop the elbows right behind the wrists. So you're going to try not to move your hands at all. Hands stay where they are. Inhale, up, pushing through your hand. Exhale, back. Inhale, up, shoulders in protraction. Exhale, back. So when you start to get comfortable with that, your hands are getting stronger, your shoulders are getting comfortable with this protracted state, we're going to add on a little bit. So we'll inhale, protract, keep the shoulders protracted, exhale, elbows back. Inhale, hips up, Ardha Pincha Mayurasana or half form, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. And the whole time, again, shoulder blades are protracted, armpits are hollow instead of loose, like there's a bone sticking out of them. Armpits are hollow. When you get comfortable with that, we add on again. Inhale, protract, shoulder blades stay here. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale, Ardha Pincha Mayurasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale, Ardha Pincha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, exhale, shoulder blades stay protracted. Inhale, exhale. So that's going to really help strengthen that muscle that we need super active in our arm balance. Going back to the hands. When you're in the arm balance, if you feel yourself falling forward, you want the weight in your fingers, not your heel. If you were in a standing balance and you started falling forward, your weight goes to the toes to catch your balance. If you were falling backward, the weight goes to your heel to catch your balance. If you're in an arm balance and your hands are like your feet, if you're falling forward, push your weight into your fingers to catch you. If you were falling backward, you're not going to use your heel, you're just going to drop back. If you're falling forward, fingers are going to catch you. Fingers wide, palms active, pushing through the tips of the fingers instead of the heel. It's going to be a lot more difficult for you to fall forward. Shoulder blades protracted, especially with your back round, puffing up. You're not going to have such a hard time holding the pose. Tomorrow, we're going to put all of this together. The activation of thighs and hips, activation of core and spine, activation of shoulders and hands. All of it together into one with a few different examples of arm balances. I'm tired. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you found this helpful. I know you'll find it helpful. Practice. Let me know how it goes with you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out graceduckworth.com, which is in the description box below, and have a wonderful day. Bye.